didn't quite get the full sort of setup sequence there with this shot, okay? We want to start ideally with your feet together. We want a nice extended line from left arm, left elbow, hand through the golf club, okay? Then your right thumb, as you can see now, goes off to the side there, okay? We don't want both arms to be kind of equally the other side. I think the shaft is in the middle of those two yellow lines, roughly speaking. That club now is almost in the middle of you rather than being off to the left as it should be, and getting your spine angle a little bit more behind the golf ball. Like throwing a rugby ball, hitting a tennis ball, hitting a golf ball, your centre, your chest needs to be behind that release point or hit point. If you try and throw a ball with the club thrown from behind you, no success, very armsy and flicky and very reactionary rather than letting your arm just throw through and release correctly, okay? The sensation of you being behind the ball there felt massive, and it's that much. I mean, we're talking like millimetres to maybe a centimetre or two. You felt as though, if we're honest, like you were kind of somewhere over here, didn't it, really?
I felt I was leaning up.
Yeah, exactly, because you've been so used to sort of leaning on this side of the golf ball at address, okay, and getting ahead of it. When you move back a couple of inches, it feels like you're going, whoa, miles away, okay? And this was one of the better ones in terms of the first couple of shots we had there. You were quite a long way. Your left shoulder's kind of outside your left foot there. This one you can see inside your right foot. So you've basically got your top half now over here. This shoulder outside that foot, this shoulder inside there. Very much sort of steep, and you can hit golf balls from that position, but they will be low. Like it's on the 9th at Cassecourt, the last shot you hit. Great shot, but very low. Yeah, look at the height on that one there. That's gone much more up in the air, much more flight on that, and 130 yards. So very, very good shot. The feeling then in terms of the swing, and again, it always comes about overthinking things. Okay, the feeling in the swing now is staying behind the ball with the chest and the hands and arms, and throwing the arms as if you were throwing a rugby ball towards target. Okay, keeping that width in the swing. If we look at this one here now, as you go back, okay, backswing is okay as we swing through. The arms, as you can see, still tucking in a little bit.
Not lifting the head very quickly,
What's that?
Not lifting the head very quickly. There.
Exactly. It's very much sort of tucked down, and a lot of that sort of head staying down is going to restrict your movement there, okay? But it's getting that sensation. Your arms here now, as they go back, when I try and get the same sensation as throwing a rugby ball, your arms are going to just throw through the target. So at home with practice with that golf, just get the sensation of a kind of a wideish arc this way, not kind of whoop, and straight up, kind of sort of like lifting with the arms. A lot of that lifting and bending with the arms is going to be caused by if you're too far on your left side at address, you're going to come down very steep. And if you don't lift your arms, you'll bury the club in the ground and then just get a face full of mud. So you kind of almost got to kind of like pull the arms up, just keeping yourself taller and behind the golf ball better, and then keep that width in the swing. Keep those hands and arms swinging a bit further around. A nice big circle rather than being left side and then having to.
I think about the weight to the right. Same in any shot.
Every club in the bag.
So in the middle of the fairway with a putter.
Driver, irons, every club in the bag. Yeah. You want any golf shot you're playing that's full. You want the centre of your chest behind the golf ball to set up. As you come back to golf ball, you stay behind that golf ball there. Any time you start getting this way and getting too far on your left side, you're coming down basically too steep on the ball. And if you do a good shot, it'll just go very, very low. If you're only a good shot, chances are you hit the ground behind the ball and fat it, or you hit the ball too clean, you just thin it on the ground. Either way, it's not going to be an ideal shot, okay? So keeping yourself behind that ball there, okay? Keeping it nice and stable there. Reasonable strike here, obviously. Okay, arm's not too bad there, but it does tuck a bit after and back because the head is staying down quite a long time. You just basically got nowhere for your arms to go.
One of the things I like to focus on from the beginning, because I used to do it all the time.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, it's not necessarily. Yeah, it's not pushing it out that way. So it's just again when you through the.
Feels, when I do it, like when I do it right, it feels like
there's more width to push. Yeah, exactly. I think that the feeling, as I always say, use the example of throwing a ball. When you threw that ball, there was no thought at all. I said, Stan, I said, throw that ball to me. You went, oh, okay, fine.
It's a bit like I got to constantly lean through it, and it's not actually in the right, but that's what it feels like to me.
Real and feel are always in golf miles apart. You feel like you're leaning on your right side and falling over. On the camera weekend, it's not a question of Darren Brown called a camera trickery. You are basically about 1 inch behind the golf ball. And if you want to check that at home, this is something you can do at home. Set up to the golf ball with where you think you are. Put a ball on your chin or your sort of center of your chest and just drop it. Gravity's pretty much going to go straight down. When that ball drops, it landed there. Oh, that's where my chest is, okay? It may feel like you're back here somewhere. But where that ball goes, if I'm sort of set up here now, get myself leaning down the ball, okay, drop it here. Oh, that's where it's going to end up, okay? You're not that far behind as you think. Okay, make sense?
Yeah.